Hey, I'm Paula. This is How to Make Dinner, and today I want to talk about how you can make pizza out of just about anything. A while ago, I shared with you some of the miraculous things I've been doing with my sourdough starter. Probably the main one that I've been doing again and again, like multiple times a week, is the pizza crust. And if you didn't catch that video, it's basically just a matter of taking some sourdough starter that's nice and bubbly and spreading it out onto an oiled baking stone. You can use a cast iron pan, but I use a baking stone. And sprinkling a little salt, a little garlic powder, maybe a little oregano, and just baking it for 10 minutes. And you have a pretty darn good pizza crust. It's not gonna be that chewy, amazing, real, authentic pizza crust, but it's a good crust. The idea for this video is that if you have a crust of any kind, whether you're using this sourdough starter kind, or you're using some pita bread, or you're using a frozen, cauliflower crust from Trader Joe's, you should be able to whip together a pizza with just about anything you've got lying around. And I'm not talking about traditional pizza here. If you're a pizza purist, you should probably just click away. And whether you consider these toppings to be unusual or not, maybe you're just a little bit more adventurous than others, who knows? I think that they're a little out of the ordinary. Stick around till the end though, and I'll show you a little bit of footage from my friend's pizza party that we had the other night. My friend has a beautiful pizza oven in his backyard, and we made some pretty cool pizzas there. The pizza that inspired this video for me was Chickpea Pizza. I had these pizza crusts in my freezer, and I had about a third of a can of chickpeas in my fridge that needed to be used up. So I thought, okay, what if I toss these chickpeas in some paprika and some garlic powder and some salt and oil? And I did that, and I sprinkled them on the pizza, and I put a little onion. So nice. I'm gonna use chickpeas on pizza all the time. After the chickpea pizza, there was the kimchi pizza. So this one was amazing. Just regular sauce out of the jar. Kimchi that is store-bought. I didn't make my own. I just chopped it up into little bits, and I threw on some pineapple and some onions. And this was very delicious. If you are new to kimchi, or if you're not quite sure about it, try it hot. I found that when I was first warming up to it, I preferred it hot. So try it on pizza. The next one was taco pizza. I had some cooked leftover beef taco mix in my freezer. I threw some sauce down, I threw some cheese down, and then it just got some cherry tomatoes that I cut into quarters and halves. Corn, yes, I love corn. It's definitely going on my pizza. For the corn, I just defrosted it by running some boiling water over it first. And then I baked that, and when it came out, I threw a bunch of fresh cilantro over the top and a big squeeze of lime. And this was so, so delicious. I think I've seen like taco pizza at pizza places before, and there's good reason for it. This is a great combo. The next one is a little bit of a nod to the asparagus episode, a bonus way to use asparagus. It's so good on pizza. For this one, it was that same store-bought tomato sauce, a bit of cheese, a few slices of salami, asparagus that I just lightly steamed, and some red onion. This is a theme. I put onion on so many things. I think you know that about me by now, but use onion if you like, or don't if you don't. And then for this one, I was actually eating this in the morning, so I wanted it to be a bit brunchy. So I cracked an egg right in the middle and baked it on top, and it was so nice. I would like to find out how to make it so that the egg can bake while retaining a runny yolk. I haven't figured that out yet when I'm baking an egg on pizza, but this one was still pretty good. It was like firm, but still kind of on the jammy side, so I'll take it. The next pizza was pretty fun. I had a bunch of potatoes lying around. I have some frozen peas, as I always do. So I decided to make what is basically like the inside of a samosa fillings. So I steamed the potatoes until they were soft, threw in the frozen peas, and then mixed those together and added some garam masala and a little bit of curry powder, salt, and a little bit of ground garlic and ginger, and just tossed that all together, and it became this like deliciously flavorful, really tasted like the inside of a samosa. I was a little torn on the sauce for this one, but I ended up going with the same old tomato sauce. Oh, it was so good. Oh yeah, I put onions on that one too. And then there was the Polish pizza. I had this real craving for kielbasa recently, so I ended up buying a big kielbasa like coil, and I had some sauerkraut that I'd recently made. So for this pizza, I ended up going with a white sauce. When I want a quick white sauce for pizza, I just take some yogurt, I throw in some salt and some garlic powder and stir it all together, and that's my sauce. It makes such a nice pizza sauce, and it's so easy. I always have homemade yogurt in my fridge, so it's a no-brainer. So I spread that out first and then put some cheese down, and then some kielbasa, as well as my homemade sauerkraut. I just kind of dotted that around. And then because this was giving me real Polish sausage, smoky street dog vibes, I decided to go in with a little mustard drizzle. So this is actually some honey mustard, this like honey Dijon that I had in a squeeze bottle, and I just squeezed it on top. And you know, my friend suggested pickles as a good pizza topping, and I didn't put them on here, but this would have been a good opportunity for pickles, and I missed it. Oh, I'm gonna make this more often because it's great. It tastes exactly like a street dog in the middle of the night in pizza form. And then there's the pizza that I have right here in front of me that I just made. I basically just made tuna how I would for a tuna sandwich, so tuna and mayo, and if you want pickles, you can do that. I used tomato sauce, and then I just kind of blobbed the tuna around and added some capers and some onions. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. I might just squeeze a little bit of lemon on top. I love this one because I always have tuna in my cupboard. I always have capers. Cheers. Delicious. I hope you like this one. I hope you got some good ideas for what to put on your pizza when you have no pizza toppings on hand. And yeah, I'll leave you with some footage of my friend's pizza party the other day. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon.